Welcome to my channel. My name is Femi Akinwale. I'm a chartered accountant. I've worked in an insurance and finance company for more than 25 years. If today is the first day you are seeing my channel, what I want you to do for me is to like this video. When you like this video, you are helping our channel. At the same time, when I want you to subscribe to my channel. When you are subscribed to my channel, turn on the bell notification so that whenever we are giving out a valuable video like this, you'll be among the first person to watch. So today we shall be discussing what has been happening in the Nigerian stock market. The stock market has been in a turmoil, that is in a crashing mode. A lot of investors have been asking what is happening because within this certain period of trading, about 3 or 4 days now, Nigeria have lost. Nigerian markets wipe off almost 1.3 trillions of stocks. So it's what's discussing, and then what's do this kind of present this kind of episode on. So because a lot of investors are panicking, a lot of people are just worried. What are they going to do? They are really worried because they don't know what is happening. So in this video, I'm going to reveal to you what is happening that make the stock market to be in this kind of condition. And then at the same time, I will be telling you the resilient stocks that analysts picked that can withstand these challenges. So these are the things we are going to be looking. Then what are the ways to, what investors, as an investor, what are you going to do in this kind of scenario? So there are some factors that make this kind of crash, that make, Nigerian stock market to wipe off almost 1.8 trillions in a matter of trading days. So this video is a video that you must watch for you to position yourself this particular scenario. So we shall be looking at what are the causes? What are the causes of this crashing in the Nigerian market? What are the causes? The first one is capital gain tax has been proposed by the present government that by January, the capital gain tax will be 25% of about 150 million naira share gain that you must have gotten. That is, if an investor sells their share, any amount above 150 million naira, from 150 million and above, 25% tax will be charged. So a lot of investors are trying to quickly sell their stocks in order before this hit, so that they can be able to, get their money before January 2026. So this is a proposition of the government. It's having effect on investor because no investor want to lose money when you know that 150 million naira, especially although it's for major player, because if you sell shares and you realize profit from the sale of your shares running to 150 million, you are entitled to be taxed 25%. So a lot of investors are just trying to move around and try to see what stock they can sell. So as a result of that, the price of stocks will come down, and to make Nigerian exchange to lose to lose some sizable amount of money which are related to investors. The second one is policy uncertainty and global jitters. Policy uncertainty and the global jitters. Mixed signal from government policies, foreign exchange, foreign investment worries, and even international comments. Recent international comments has created fear on the mind of investors, because of this US proclamation, about Nigeria, make a lot of investors to be fear that what is happening. So a lot of people are trying to make profit out of to sell their stocks from because of this foreign exchange volatility, at the same time government policy, at the same time the US comment on particular recent US comment about Nigeria. This makes, the stock market is a very sensitive operations. Any information, any news can have issue, can have effect on the mind of investor, which will have multiplier effect on the stocks generally. So these are one of the reasons why a lot of investors are moving out of, I'm taking profit. Then we move to the next one, why the stock is being crashing this year, especially at this period of time. Number one is profit taking. The Nigerian stock has been performing wonderfully well from the beginning of this year. So a lot of investors are taking profit. They are selling their share. They want to take profit from there. So all this will have impact on Nigerian Stock of Exchange, especially on the number of stocks. So these are various ways why these challenges, this crashing is happening in the Nigerian Stock of Exchange. Then number 4, which is the last one, is the currency and liquidity pressure. Currency and liquidity pressure, especially the Naira's volatilities, concern about FX availabilities are pushing investors to reduce exposure to Nigerian equities. Because of these scenarios, because of liquidity pressure, you know, Naira volatility and concern about FX foreign exchange unavailability, all these pressures are pushing to reduce exposure to Nigerian equities. So these are one of the reasons, because of the FX, availability of FX, especially for those people that need to import some imports for importers, especially most of the companies that import, it will have effect because and then at the same time, the volatility in the price exchange, no stability of naira. If you look at the naira and dollar exchange rate, this data has been, it has not been stable. So a lot of this pressure will put a reduced exposure to Nigeria equity. A lot of people will want to move away from this kind of investment and look at elsewhere. So these are scenarios. So what are the things that investors need to do in this kind of scenarios when we're having challenges, when we're having all these pressures? What are the opportunity that is available to investors, or what investors going to do in this kind of scenario? So number one, you have to reassess your risk. You have to reassess your risk. Look at the stock balance and rebalance your stock in terms of move, especially you move from small cap in stocks to resilient stocks. That is stock that are more stable. At this period of time, this is one that you have to reassess your risk to be sure that your portfolio is heavily tied towards speculative or small cap stocks. Now it is you have to rebalance, move some of them some of your money from the stocks that you are not so sure of, to a stable stocks. We shall be discussing about stocks that some analysts classify that can wither this stock, which you can be able to reposition your stock. Then you have to do diversification. You have to shift part of your holding into stable dividend paying stocks. Thank God I've just done dividend paying stocks. If you check my video, I don't even know that this kind of opportunity will come up. So if you look at if you go and watch that video, of dividend stock for the next 10 years that you are sure of, this is where it's going to come to play. So it's an avenue for you to be able to, diversify. At the same time, you can move from to stable, investment in the like of a fixed income investment that you can predict your interest. I mean your income. You can do treasury bills. You can do federal government savings board. You can do mutual fund. All these money market mutual fund that focuses on short-term securities. That is what I'm not talking of equity bond, and I'm not talking of bond fund. So we have to be guided in that regard. So these are one of the way for an investor to be able to strategize in this kind of opportunity, in this kind of scenario. Then you have to avoid panic selling. A lot of people are just worried, let me go and sell, and you sell at loss. No, this time around you need to cool down. Investment in stock is for a long period of time. This time around is just a recess time. It's going to rebound back. So you don't need to be panicked. The price of my stocks are going down or whatever. You have to keep it. You maintain it. That's why whenever you are doing stock investment, you need to look at 5 years periods of time for you to be able to, for your stocks to be germinated, so that you can be able to create wealth for yourself. You cannot buy stock this year and you want to sell it this year. You must put the money you can give for the minimum of 5 years, 10 years into your portfolio. Then, what are the strong 5 stocks to be watched that analysts have believed that can withstand these challenges of stocks crashing? There are some 5 stocks they look at, which I check all through the analysts, what they comes together to. They look at these 5 stocks. So you can consider that. You can rebound into this kind of stock. Number 1 is Nestle Nigeria PLC. It's one of the stocks that I mentioned when I was doing dividend stocks that can give you consistent dividend for the next 10 years. So Nestle product is a very good brand that has been in existence and it's a very stable company. Then you look at Dangote Sugar Refinery. Dangote Sugar Refinery, the price is even around 55 naira. So it's a very good one. It's a company that has been stable, especially when they are related to food items. This kind of company is something that you can look at this critical period and move some of your money into that particular store. Then at the same time, you look at Boa Foods. You know, Nigerian population, as a result of Nigerian population, and most of these companies, they are using Nigerian raw materials to produce most of what they produce in terms of food. So in that regard, Boa Foods is one of the one of the company that analysts support that you can put at this kind of critical period and put into your stock. Then you look at Presco PLC. They are into agriculture. They are into production of palm oil. So this kind of company, most of the companies that source their material locally, we go to, it's going to make it, especially this kind of period. So you must look at Presco too, and then you must look at Dangote Cement. Dangote Cement is really, it's one of the big players in the cement industry. So you can look at it. These are companies. These are 5 companies that have been, eye-marked by an analyst that can withstand this kind of challenges. Number 1, Nestle PLC. Number 2, Boa Foods, Dangote Sugar, Dangote Cement, Presco PLC. So you must look at this kind of scenarios in order to rebalance your portfolio at this critical periods. So what are the stocks for us to be able to be cautious about, in terms of, because of these challenges, especially foreign exchange challenges, liability in USD, all this area, some of these companies, MTN, you need to be able to be careful about this time around because of the foreign exchange volatility, and then the liability on dollars elements, especially MTN, Nigeria. Then you can look at banking industry. Banking industry, you need to be cautious too, because of their risk, credit risk, policy shifts, and the currency devaluation. So all these kind of scenarios affect banking sector. You need to be guided this time around about banking industry, especially, although you can still look at zenith but all these things will have effect on the currency devaluation, credit risk, and the policy shift. Then you have to consider the small cap. You have to be guided and to be cautious about small cap companies because of the liquidity. Some of these stock might not be liquid this time around. So you need to be very, very cautious in this regard to be able to be guided in this particular scenario. So these are various ways that you can take position at this critical period. And I want you to understand that this time around, it's just just a small period of time. The economy will still rebound back, and this stock is not the end of the world. It's still going to come up. So you don't need to entertain any fear. You don't need to reposition yourself and create wealth for yourself. Even this opportunity, you can still, if you want to invest for a longer period of time, because this is just speculation. It's just for a shorter period of time. All these stocks that are coming down is an opportunity for you to come in. If you have some money that you can leave into that stock, it's an opportunity for you to come in, because a lot of people will be selling. As you are selling, people will be buying. Those people that are buying are the ones that will go to reap the reward in future. So these are the way to go about stock. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, what I want you to do for me is to like this video. When you like this video, you are helping our channel. It makes our channel to be shared to a lot of people through organic system of YouTube. At the same time, I want you to subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification so that whenever I'm giving out a valuable video like this, you'll be among the first person to watch. Thank you for watching this video to the end and for subscribe and like my video. Thank you. God bless you.